Has the divergence from race, religion, and reform afflicting Malaysia for decades shaped its electoral politics? Does the overlap between religion and competing political reformations exaggerate ethnic division? Politicians are often seen appealing to these divides to mobilize their supporters with the aim of monopolizing center ground and securing power. If race-based political campaigns in Malaysia are allowed to continue, Malaysians from the three major ethnic groups will continue to think along racial lines, envisioning that their respective parties will look after their own. This is undeniable, as society is still seen as divided and mutual trust amongst us can be deemed still marginal. The truth is, in a country built by various races, cultures, and traditions, we are failing to capitalize on the acceptance, unity, and harmony that can glue this multiracial society together. For a nation that has been independent for over 6 decades, have we not learned to cultivate nor harness a single nation of Malaysians? Are politicians the catalyst for extreme violence in Malaysia?
If you talk about violence with a gun or that kind of violence, I don't think it will happen. Yeah, because when you talk about politics, you are talking about Malay people. Yes, you don't talk about Chinese, Indian. It is the Malay who are involved in politics. Yeah, so Malay politics begins very early, not the UMNO politics.
Memang kesan daripada politik yang mengambil jalan pintas untuk meraih sokongan, mungkin mereka akan memainkan sentimen perkauman, agama dan seumpamanya. Memang akhirnya agama dan bangsa itu hampir dengan kita, tidak dinafikan, tetapi bukan memainkan sentimen kaum dan agama untuk meraih sokongan, tetapi sebaliknya seharusnya perjuangan untuk rakyat, perjuangan masyarakat yang hari ini terutama dengan COVID-19, dengan pandemik, dengan pengangguran, dengan ekonomi yang tidak menentu, politik yang tidak menentu. Sebenarnya yang perlu kita rangkul adalah kepentingan rakyat itu sendiri. Jadi cara merangkul dukungan mereka itu bukan dengan meniupkan sentimen perkauman ataupun agama, tetapi sebaliknya betul-betul memperjuangkan isu sebenar yang kita mahu perjuangkan di kalangan masyarakat.
Well, what we see now in this country, we are after 50 years or so of independence. The constitution was designed at that point in time based on racial consideration. The Malays taking care of the bureaucracy, the Indian plantation, and the Chinese in the business sector. So, and it reflected in our school system. So I think the question of politics of identity, the question of politics of racism, it should be a has-been.
You talk about violence, yeah. The Malay people have been very violent, right? If they can kill J.W. Birch, right? That's violent. But history could repeat itself.
Apabila setengah-setengah pihak cuba mempertikaikan keistimewaan yang diberikan kepada kaum Bumiputera, cuba mempertikaikan tentang kedudukan agama Islam sebagai agama rasmi, kedudukan Raja-Raja Melayu, kedudukan bahasa Melayu. So perkara ini adalah antara perkara yang sudah pun dipersetujui ketika kita ingin mencapai kemerdekaan. Sama juga sekiranya kalau ada yang Bumiputera boleh mempertikaikan hak kaum bukan Bumiputera sebagai warga negara, itu juga sudah termaktub antara perkara-perkara yang tidak wajar kita pertikaikan.
Cuma labeling itu biasa saja for some political party to demonize other or dia punya opponent, they always say that this party are promoting violent extremism and so on and so forth. And that does not only include political parties, even the NGOs also sometimes being labelled as extremists, dan sebagainya lah, just because they want to demonize ataupun pastikan kita punya rakyat reject that party or NGOs or even individuals.
Sebenarnya tidak ada sesiapa dalam negara ini yang mahukan berlakunya huru-hara, violence dan sebagainya. Namun secara tidak sedar, polisi-polisi mereka, umpamanya polisi yang dibawa oleh DAP, yang mahukan kesamarataan di antara kaum pribumi dengan yang bukan pribumi, ini mungkin boleh menjurus ke arah keganasan.
So we are facing those who want to maintain the status quo, who are comfortable, who benefited a lot from this status quo, and those who want to change the constitution based on the racial lines and whatnot, has to be reviewed based on the present scenario and the present situation.
Because everything has a limit. Everything has a limit. You don't push the Malay people too far. Like a Chinese proverb say, even a cat, if you push a cat to the wall, he will jump back like a tiger and he'll kill you, right?
So I think this is why this contestation between the politics of integration, inclusiveness, and politics of identity and racism, and the Ketuanan Melayu, the Malay supremacy, is at stake. It is at stake.